Welcome to Gainesville, Florida, the swamp, where they say only Gators get out alive. And that seems to be even more true if it's under the lights. And that's where Florida is for this opener at Ben Hill Griffin Stadium as Florida will christen a new season tonight. And boy, do we have a fun one ahead. Top 10 team, target on their back, going on their road and right into the snake pit. As we'll see the number 5 team in the country, the Alabama Crimson Tide, taking on a team from the ACC, the Florida Gators. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. Alabama about to kick off to get things started. Fielded in the end zone. It's Abrams. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. First down here for the offense. Give to the running back. Strong run to get it out to the 21-yard line. A pickup of 6. Guys, in basketball through the years, we've seen the Big Ten ACC Challenge, and it'll be fun to watch this one on the football field.
I think this is going to be a real test of physicality. I know these are two conferences that pride themselves on that, going out and establishing the line of scrimmage. So, David, interesting X's and O's matchup here in this one.
Yeah, and it's always cool to have those measures.
And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
Man, that's an impressive play. This dude is so dominant. And I'll tell you, we don't have enough time in this broadcast to list off all the great Alabama D linemen, especially in recent years. That play right there, that reminds me of a guy I played against back in the day, Cornelius Griffin, playing on the inside of Alabama's defensive line. You knew every single time you dropped back, you were going to have that guy in your lap. He was always pushing the pocket, and he was always collapsing it with his speed and athleticism and his first step. That last play right there reminds me of some of these great players we've seen on the Crimson Tide D-line here in recent years.
And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. They're going to run it to the right. Knocked down at the 35 after a pickup of 3. Sometimes people say, if you're good enough, what's the big deal about going on the road? Well, if you're not careful, you might find out in a spot like this one, guys.
Yeah, no doubt about it. This is a hostile environment, and you know you're going to be getting the opponent's A-game for this one. They've circled this one all off-season, so they better be ready to bring it today, dude.
And the hardest thing to do in college football is to go on the road. Everything about it changes. If you want to shut this crowd up early, you don't want to give them belief, because if it starts to build throughout the game, look out.
Snagged on the outside, it's Williams. He's out of bounds, but not before picking up enough for the first down.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that play.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Now the play fake. Quarterback just flat missed it. Incomplete.
Well, the good news is he did a nice job reading the coverage. He knew exactly where to go with the football that time. Just a little bit too much on that pass. You wonder if that's just nerves. He's got to settle himself down a little bit.
Ball spotted at the 27. They're facing a 3rd and long to try to keep their hopes of a touchdown alive. Coming after it. Their pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. They'll send out the kicker here. He'll swing that big leg for 3 from 44 yards out. Absolute shank. Missed it. And guys, after the miss, no change in the score. Gators sending the offense back to work. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad...
It's complete. A huge pickup. The expressway is wide open. Touchdown, Gator. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. That drive not too taxing on the playbook. One play, put it in the end zone just like that. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Off play action on first down. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. On second down, he'll fire. Lets it fly. That is just a sideline clinic. Throw, catch, toe drag, everything you want. Now from the 36-yard line, it's 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. Time to take a shot. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on.
Hey, listen, the quarterback didn't get the completion on that throw, but that doesn't mean you can't try again. Trusting your playmakers outside to push the field and stretch it vertically and make a play for you. It won't surprise me to see this QB take more shots as this game goes on.
They'll go back to the air on second down. Trying to make magic with his feet. He found a little opening and got loose. They couldn't stop him in the backfield, so a solid pickup there.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center. Nowadays in football, you can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47.
And here we go. If you're an offense, you got to get that ground game going so you can have some balance, and then you give it to your quarterback, Palmer, and let him make some plays down the field later on.
Yeah, exactly. And then coming into this game, this offense knew they were going to have to some way, somehow.
What a snag by the defense. Didn't get a ton on the return, but the most important thing, he got the ball, and they've got it at the 48. Back, and here comes the offense. A quick strike touchdown up top the last time they had it, Jesse. They'd love to do it again.
No doubt. They've got so many playmakers on the perimeter, David. Just find a way to get these guys the ball in space.
And you already started, man. Making that big play, opening up this offense. This quarterback is feeling good about himself. I wouldn't be surprised if they give it right back.
Hit the afterburners, kid. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Florida. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. Only took 2 plays to find the end zone on that drive, and gashing them on the touchdown run finished it off. Just about set to kick it away. On the move from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Here comes that Alabama offense. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse. Oh, what a grab by the defense. And he will roll into the end zone. Touchdown, Gators! On to attempt the try. And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Gentlemen, it has gone final in that top 25 matchup we've been keeping a close eye on. Oklahoma State proved it is battle-tested and capable of winning any... time after this one. And just think of the confidence this Pokes team gained today. Invaluable, if you ask me. Always interesting to see ranked teams collide, and today was no different. The agony and ecstasy of college football, fellas.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Catch inside the 30 and still running. Touchdown, Alabama! A great catch and run for 6. Ready to try the point after. And after the extra point, they're now down 21-7. That's the kind of drive everybody loves. So see quarterback, one snap, put it in the end zone. He'll bring it out. It's Abrams. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. The Gators sending the offense back to work. Jesse, a very productive drive last time, wound up with a touchdown.
Yeah, mixing and matching play calling really well. Nice balance.
All kinds of running room. He's at the 40. He's at the 20. And he'll take it in. They couldn't get him on the ground. Touchdown, Florida! Boy, did he just scorch that defense for that score.
He shows you all of it, Reese. He's got the speed, he's got the agility. This dude's a big-time playmaker. You just give him the ball, and he'll find different ways to kill you on different plays.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. On the run from inside his own 5. And he did a good job bobbing and weaving and finding a little bit of running room on that return. They'll christen this drive from the 28-yard line. Defense trying to keep this offense from getting a line on who to block. Trying to find his man on first down. And his throw is incomplete. Second and 10 here. Pre-snap motion quarterback trying to get a read. To the air. It's Mack. Throws to the back. Zings it complete to the right. Afterburners coming. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds.
Well, after that last play, you can see how electrifying this guy is and how special he is after he makes the catch. If I'm on offense, I'm trying to find a lot of ways to get him touches in this game.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. Reels it in the end zone. Touchdown, Bama! They'll try to tack one more on their score. And with the extra point, they trail by 2 touchdowns, 28-14. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they finish it off with a touchdown toss from the 23. He'll start the return inside his 5. And the returner will be brought down. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. These two defenses have had their heads spinning here in the first half, and now we might even see a little more scoring with this drive.
It's going back and forth. This is like two heavyweights just trading blows, David. What does this defense got to do to get a stop here?
I tell you what, man, when you're giving up points like this and you've got no momentum, you got to find somebody that can make a play to create something. And listen, if they're scoring anyways, let's be aggressive. Let's blitz more. Let's make sure we're making them feel discomfort in some way, shape, or form.
How How nice is it as a play caller when you've got a running back as good as this guy, right? I mean, you can just dial up conservative run calls. Nothing has to be too tricky, too fancy. You just know he's going to go make good things happen. Even when it's not blocked properly, he is still finding ways to rip off long runs. This guy now has over 150 yards rushing in the game. Doesn't look like he's slowing down, guys.
Really nice job there to pick up the first down and get it to their own 41.
That's the end of the first quarter. Florida 28, Alabama 14.
And the Gators come to the line with a new set of downs. Fights off a defender. Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line. I wonder how much fun this is for him. The head coach trying to take down the old alma mater across the way.
Yeah, I think these are always mixed emotions and how you feel about this, playing your old squad. Like, it's something about it, I'm sure, that's nostalgic, and all the memories probably come flooding back. But there's also a competitive element, Palmer, that you want to beat this squad. Like, this is the next team in your way for you accomplishing your goals and dreams.
Yeah, he's probably experiencing the emotional spectrum coming into this game, but make no mistake about it. He has to separate himself from his past allegiances and understand he's the home team. He wants this crowd to get in this football game. You know he just gave a rousing speech to his guys in the locker room before taking the field. He wants to win this game versus his alma mater.
Incomplete, thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
Well, the receiver was double covered on that play, and I don't know if the decision by the QB had to do with the pressure. Because he was hurried, he just had to get rid of that faster than he wanted to. He's lucky he didn't come away with an interception.
The aerial assault continues. Deep shot for the end zone. And swatted down by the defense to stop the scoring opportunity. The Gators send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Running it back, and he pumps it up inside the 20. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
Kick returns usually have to have that home run ability. The ability to take it to the house 100-plus yards. But it's also a tough skill because you've got all these guys flying down the field so fast, and sometimes you get...
And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Gator! Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And they split the uprights on the extra point. They're up 35-14. That's exactly what you want to do when you have that type of field position. Strike quickly, and they did. One play, and they put it on the board.
14.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. And he'll be brought down after a solid effort on that return.
And the Alabama offense will take over first and 10.
The Tide offense rolls onto the field. Trailing by 3 touchdowns. If you're going to get back in it, David, the time to start is right now.
Got to start now. Defense giving up.
He unleashes a long one. And it slips through his fingers. Incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
Well, at this juncture in the game, with how the scoreboard looks, no question this offense is going to have to throw to get back in the game, and it's going to be tricky now because the defense is expecting it. You're going to throw into a lot of big zone coverages with everybody's eyes on the quarterback. Not going to be easy.
Trying to get to him. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack. He was lurking, waiting for his opportunity, and like a gator in the swamp, he went into the roll and got that quarterback.
They did. And I tell you what, when you want to be dominant in this league, if Florida wants to get back to being a dominant team, it's got to be guys like this in the trenches dominating football games.
And chunk plays are the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes the stop. They'll put it in play from the 41 on first down. Looking for a man. It's Mack. Pocket starts to collapse. And they got him for the sack.
Well, this offensive coordinator has to be scratching his head because he's trying to keep his quarterback protected. He's trying different things, sliding the offensive line, keeping tight ends and running backs in, chipping, going empty, and getting the ball out quickly, but it's not working. They're just
and it's picked off. Going the other way, and he's got room. At the 20. And he's going to score on the interception. Touchdown, Florida. The AT unit on the field. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. They'll kick it off and send that defense right back out there to try to score again after the pick six. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Here comes that Alabama offense. Looking to move it through the air. Now improvising. Outside the pocket, lets it go. Got him, and nobody's close. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop. That's the way to start a drive. Now they'll snap it just shy of midfield. Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. And they couldn't hold off the heat, and he goes down with a sack.
You got to be impressed with this defense early in this game, guys. They've got a big lead because they are getting after the quarterback. They've already generated multiple sacks. They thought coming into this game they could take advantage of this off.
Lets it fly. And it's caught inside the 20. And he's brought down after a huge completion. Alabama with a 1st and 10 here. He wants to throw. Fires into the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. Lining up for the PAT. Right down the boulevard. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And the score comes on a 12-yard touchdown pass.
21.
Coming out with it, it's Abrams. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Gators sending the offense back to work. Looking for space, it's Daniels. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a 1st down. He's now over 150 yards on the ground and starting to put Emmitt Smith's single-game rushing record in sight.
Just feed the big fella. I mean, when you make plays and when you break tackles and you can keep the ball going to the ground and getting me 1st downs, I'm going to continue to feature them. If I'm the orange, if I'm the blue, it's not hard. Find that guy, give him the ball.
The offense setting up shop at the 46, 1st and 10. He's going to pass. Quarterback now on the run, still looking. Got a man, it's Wilson. They're ripping off chunks of yardage. They get into the 33.
This offense is clicking, everything working together really well. Coordinator, quarterback, offensive line. Good rhythm, good flow. Defense is going to have to find something to kind of mess up this timing they got going on.
Running back goes in motion. Quarterback checking the play. From the 33, it's 1st and 10.
Here we go.
He's looking to throw it. Fires left. Complete downfield. Touchdown, Gator. Made the grab and finished the deal in the end zone. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Fellas, I think at least a portion of your audience will have an interest in the one that just finished up. Florida State was able to come away with the victory but it was not the type of dominant win we've seen in Tallahassee over the years. A win, yes, but this one lacked style points. It's one game. You don't want to react too much either way, but I think both teams will leave this one.
Sends it downfield. And it's intercepted. A turnover from the defense. Looking for more room. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect him.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
This QB has been so comfortable all day long. Obviously having a ton of success. You've got to affect him. You got to put some hits on those body blows so you can make him wear out and physically feel you. This is the first time really getting to him. This defense needed this bad.
He gets rid of it, but I don't think they're going to let him get away with that. Nope, here comes the flag. Offense breaks the huddle on 3rd down. Looking downfield, it's Lagway. Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down.
You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on 3rd down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch. You gave up the completion. Whoop-de-doo. You set up 4th and long. You're going to get the ball back. Go get some water and celebrate.
It's good, and that was dead solid perfect. Well, that's just piling on. Not the penalty kind, just the mean kind. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. Boy, they've been caught in a buzzsaw here in the first half, but maybe a chance to carry some momentum. He lobs one high down the left side. And that'll be incomplete. They tried to hit him with a big one on 1st down.
I feel like the defense right now is living rent-free in this QB's head. Of course, they picked him off the last drive. They almost picked him off right there. This defense doing a nice job mixing up their looks, and they're completely confusing.
They'll run play action. And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12.
What a great job by this defense setting the tone early. In the first half, they've been hitting the quarterback early and often. Make him feel uncomfortable. Make him feel that pressure. Keep getting him on the ground. That's why they've built a lead.
Quarterback on the move, still looking. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down.
And you get more and more hits of the QB like this right there. More and more making him scramble out of the pocket to the right. That's winning. He's going to start to see ghosts. He'll start to panic. He'll start to speed up that processor. Nice job by the defense making that quarterback feel very, very uncomfortable.
Pressure coming.
Tell you what, coaches catch heat a lot nowadays, especially on social media. I expect him to catch a lot of heat. 4th down, long yardage situation on your own territory, and you want to go for it, and you fail, and you're surprised. You definitely shouldn't be surprised. Just don't check your mentions, dog.
He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line. 2nd and goal for the offense. Pushes toward the goal line. Touchdown, Florida! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. They'll try to add another to their lead. And he did make that extra point, no issue with the treacherous footing. They didn't have a whole lot of real estate in front of them when they took over possession, but they wasted no time, couple of plays into the end zone. So they got the touchdown, and as they kick off, really important for the defense to shut them down here. On the move from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. They'll try the run. Just wanted to find a little space to run and ekes out some to get it up to the 21. One snap coming before they head to the locker room. Might as well stick with him. At the 35, he's got room. They finally make the stop, but that one will make those halftime stats look a little nicer as we head to the break. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. The Gators will kick it off to start the second half. On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Here comes that Alabama offense. What could go wrong did in the first half, and they start this third quarter at the bottom of the mountain.
Man, that was bad. That was a frying pan to the head. That was a TKO. It was awful in the first half. Flush it. I got to start doing something right. I got to find some positives. I get the ball first to start this possession, try to put a scoring drive together.
The only thing you can do at this point offensively is just make sure your best players are touching the football as often as possible. You recruited these guys, you got guys out of the portal, you put your faith in them to make plays. This is a time to go out and do it.
Offense gets set for second down. To the air, it's Mack. And the pressure was all over him in the blink of an eye.
This quarterback is thinking to himself, I need to get an NIL deal at some restaurant so I can take my offensive line out and feed them more, because I don't think they like me very much right now. I've been sacked 6 times in this game. It's time to get that new NIL deal paycheck.
Someone not clear on the snap count. It'll be a false start, and they'll move it back. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Quarterback by himself in the backfield. On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. Grabs it at the 25 in stride. And the defense couldn't corral him, and he took it all the way. Touchdown tie. How about that quarterback taking the shot downfield and delivering to the wide open receiver?
I love this quarterback, Reese, because he's aggressive. He wants to take shots. He's looking for every opportunity to show off that cannon and that arm talent. He showed it to all of us right there.
And he tacked on the extra point. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they line up the scoreboard, covering 65 yards on that touchdown pass. Fielded in the